Good day, everyone. I am Rose M. Ladignon, your student teacher in Basic and Advanced Baking. For today's demonstration, I will show you how to use decorating tools by applying icing and frostings to a cake. So that means I will show you how I decorate my own cake. Before I start, I will give you the 4 tips that I considered when I am decorating cake. First is to have a vision on the design that I want. Second is to sketch that idea. Third is always remember the less is more approach.
And lastly, be confident on the outcome of your product.
So what are we waiting for? Let's start now. So here are the basic kinds of icing tools that I have. So I have here the cake turntable, the pastry bag, the cake scraper and the cake comb, the offset and the straight spatula, the icing pen, the pastry tips or the piping tips, and lastly, the coupler. So I will use these tools to decorate my own cake. So even though we will just decorate cake, we need to make sure that we are wearing a complete PPE uniform and our hands are clean.
Before decorating, I will just show you a glimpse of how I assemble and crumb coat my cake. The type of the frosting that I use here is the ever whipped cream. For the final coating, I use the offset spatula to spread the frosting at the top of the cake and straight spatula for the side.
I will now use my cake scraper to smoothen the side of the cake.
And also to scrape the excess frostings on the cake. I also put frostings on the parts that are not yet smooth. And then scrape it again.
Now with the use of the spatula, smoothen the top of the cake
until you achieve the straight edge. Wipe the sides of the cake board using clean towel. Now, I will use the cake comb so it will add designs on the sides of the cake. This is how it works. Now, it is ready to put in the refrigerator. While waiting for the cake to set, I will prepare my whipped cream frosting. I will just add liquid and gel food colors on it until I get the desired shade of yellow, red, and blue. Be careful on using food gel colors because it is very pigmented. Now I will show you how I assemble the pastry bag and piping tips. Just drop the tip to the end of the bag as far as it will go. Mark the halfway of the tip and then cut it out. After that, you can now fill the bag with the icing. Next, if you are going to use one icing with multiple tips, you are going to use a coupler. To prepare this, open your pastry bag and insert the pointy end of the coupler down towards the end. Mark a spot on the bag about inch on the narrow end of the coupler. Push the coupler base bag and cut the mark. Place the decorating tip over the base extending from the bag. Put the ring over the tip and twist it on to lock the tip in place. Then you can now put an icing on it. In using the decorating or icing pen, just remove the plunger and fill the pen with an icing. After that, gently push down the plunger up to the tip of the pen. Then you can now use it. After 15 minutes of waiting, the cake is now ready. Before decorating, I make a pattern first using a toothpick. Now, I will use the icing pen. When decorating your own cake, you need to give your full attention on it. Now I'm starting to pipe using the pastry bags with icing that I prepared a while ago. Next is the yellow icing. You can see here that with the help of the coupler, I can change the tip but with the same color of the icing. So, that's how it works. I just changed some designs cause it's not that good. Now I am putting some designs on the bottom of the cake. Now it's all done. So here is my MPC logo inspired cake.
Since I love MPC, I use the MPC logo as inspiration in decorating my cake. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned a lot. PTVTED 3F FSM, it's your turn.